we improved brand perception. We helped with clarity around messaging, automations, improved user experience. We also increased the member satisfaction rates. And finally, cherry on top, NerdCow operating system embedded directly into WordPress. How? Well, let's have a look. Spoiler alert, later in this video I will show you the backend of WordPress, it's bespoke, and also at the very end I will give you a special offer just for those who watch this video until the end. Okie dokie, how did we get there? That's a really good question. First of all, the client National Federation of Demolition Contractors approached us because they had this huge misalignment in the management, specifically regarding the website. What should it do? Who should it target? What's the call to action? Page structure, and all of those questions that you guys might have as well. If you bring diversity into the project like this, you will inevitably get different point of views, different expectations that you have to align before you progress any further. Our approach was to run 2 days in-person workshops in their offices where our team and their team sat together. We had fun, there was music, there were snacks. We figured, well, a lot. But the starting point was, what's the goal behind the website? Why are we even doing it? The approach that we took was to have a map through which user moves as they engage more and more with the company. You can think of it in a way of sales funnel, but it's more of a high glance overview. We just wanted to see what role does the website play in the entire landscape. There is the first touch point somewhere, and then we sort of run that user through every other touch point until the end. That was to get people to sign up for a membership because that drives the bottom line. When we asked people about potential issues that they foresee or also existing issues that they have with the website, with the user experience they provide, we asked everyone in the room to stick those ideas on the wall. When you had everyone had their turn and you zoomed out, you could see those clusters of nodes, beautiful stuff. You zoom out and you see those clusters around specific moments where there's the most trouble. That is exactly the spot that you need to fix immediately with the website. Having that bottleneck identified, and this is a huge milestone. With that said, and having that bottleneck, we exchange ideas, how might we actually solve it? But those ideas were just that, ideas, assumptions, and I know, assumptions are dangerous. How do we make them, well, less risky? How do we reduce that uncertainty around them? Tests. My dear friend, tests are the thing that you do to validate ideas as soon as possible. Early on, validating ideas is just cheaper than implementing them, only to learn that, they don't really work. Imagine we have all those ideas, everyone contributed something, and we put all of our heads together to create a website prototype. Imagine just a sketch, like a pitch deck, with a few A4 sheets taped together, made into an idea of a website, of a landing page, of a feature, anything at all, anything goes. That will solve that bottleneck. If feature solves the problem, that's all we have to do. And if we need to build entire website to solve that problem, let it be. At least we know that is the direction we should pursue. And then we invited people into the room, 5 user testers that matched the target audience for the client, and we sat them in front of the laptop and watching them very carefully as they view that prototype on the screen. We learned a lot. With all those 5 tests being carried out, we collected so much feedback that we knew what was hit and what was missed, and we could then confidently use it as the foundation for the actual website, which is expensive to develop. If you think about it, designers and developers, they are expensive, and having that security early on, it really gives the team that confidence. That was it. That's how we got there. In the first week. That was just 5 days, by the way. My treat to you, I will show you a compilation of user tests that we did for NFDC, so you can see yourself how do they look like. Take a peek, I'll show you around, and we'll be back to the video in a second. So imagine you search for a contractor and that result popped up. I would like you to go ahead, find a contractor.
So,
For the first link.
Just click on that, yeah.
Okay. All right. So is there anything can I go down?
So it's first of all, go onto the page to see what is on the page.
Right, where's the scroll? There's no scroll.
Find a contractor.
I would look up bio and I would see that when they were established, what they've been doing, what type of machineries they have, and what are their methods.
And then you find a contractor, click here.
So this is listing all the different demolition firms.
And then here you've got a list of all the contractors.
Where do you think you are right now?
I'm guessing.
I would, to be honest, I'd probably slowly check them all out and seeing where they all operate, whether they operate, throughout the country.
They look alright because the website looks genuine.
All I need to do is click on it.
So, right, okay. So yeah, I kind of miss that.
How disappointed would you be if this website didn't exist?
Can
Can you describe in your own words what does this company do?
Okay.
Website build. Now, this was a huge part that everyone has been waiting for. Obviously, this is the culmination of it all. And with all those tests, all those alignment sessions out of the way, which are absolutely of the utmost importance here, we started developing a website. Now, the way we develop a website is extremely different to what you are used to, so I just want to quickly glance over it. Now, we design and develop at the same time, and this is important because that helps us to have those quick feedback loops between two teams and fix errors, correct trajectory of things as we go on those weekly meetings, which the client is also part of. With that said, there's also one other part that is important to this project, is that when we design a website, we build a design system. And design system is this shared library of components that make up the whole interface of the website. And the reason why it's important is because marketing team at NFDC can pluck those little components out, buttons, forms, illustrations, fonts, colors, like everything. They can pluck them out and use elsewhere, in HubSpot, in newsletters, mails, in printouts. One extra thing that was important to NFDC with this project is that to have value-based backlog, which means to work on features which have the most value to their organization first, and then sort of go through that list top to bottom until we reach the nice to haves in the project. And that was really nice. We also integrated with CRM. On the final note, they really appreciated the upper management from NerdCow involved in the project, because with us, we involve our entire studio in a project. That's how it is. We put everyone's skin in the game. And we have this huge rule that we only work on one project at a time. So NFDC had my attention, David's, Lucas's, John's, everyone's attention. Let's have a look at that backend, shall we? I've just logged into the backend of the NFDC web. I just wanted to point out how clean it is. So we keep it as close to the bare bone as possible. Let's dive in to the content. On the left-hand side, you will see a clear distinction between content types. If we go to pages, we've created this page called components, and components is essentially a list of all available components, like so. They are one-to-one with the design system. So if we click to sections, we jump to sections, and here they have a little bit of forward, what they use section for, what it looks like, what kind of settings it has. So it's like an arrow or edge to edge, it can have background. If I go ahead and edit this page, you will see simplicity that is attractive about it. We just stripped entire WordPress to the core and we installed our own components like so. All those components, they come with bespoke settings. For example, if we scroll down to images and I click one, you will see on the right hand side image aspect ratio, every image will have different width, different height, different proportions of those two. Here we make sure that we trim those images to specific ratio. So if you put, let's say, 3 images next to each other, they will align on the top and on the bottom, creating nice structured layout. On the final note, what I wanted to show you is how you go about creating a page from the scratch. If we go to add new, we just quickly type in create page, you'll see that it's extremely easy. All you do is you just start with a section and then you add some content inside. It can be anything, a column, it can be an image, it can be a button. If I delete it all and leave it empty, switch to the page tab, we have created additional templates. For example, landing page. WordPress will prompt me that, look, you've picked a custom template for this page, yet it hasn't been applied. So if I apply it, now you'll see that this page has pre-filled slots where the NFDC team can inject their own content without worrying about building the structure the right way.
What do you think? Well, today we continue working with NFDC as trusted advisors, and we just continue adjusting the website based on their business objective, marketing objectives. So if you could relate to that story, to the story of NFDC, get in touch. You can always ping me on LinkedIn or Twitter. Or just schedule a call with me through that glaring Raspberry button on our website, and you will reach me. Before we go, I mentioned and I promised there will be special offer at the end of this video. So if you got this far and you haven't skipped that video to the end, I'm watching you, then you can talk to me and get a free website audit. We actually provide you with a report, information architecture and user experience and traffic conversion issues, from capturing demand to generating that demand, or the other way around, and many things in between. Plus we also take a look into technical issues, your SEO positioning. It's really, really comprehensive. It takes us hours to make, and all the tools obviously included, yet you get it all for free. So if you are interested, please do get in touch. I'll be very happy to spend my time helping you make your website better for everyone. You have to remember, all the greatest collaborations, they all started with a simple conversation. So pick my brain, talk to me, say hi, I won't bite, I promise. See you there, bye bye.